My beloved child, I call you into my embrace at this very moment, longing for you to feel the tenderness of my heart that consistently beats with care for you, and I desire for you to truly know that you are precious and adored. I am here, never distant and never unaware of the most intimate concerns you hold, for I perceive every thought and every whisper even before you utter a single word. Nothing in your life goes unnoticed by my watchful eyes, and I want you to sense that warmth deep in your spirit, anchoring you in a profound assurance that I will always remain by your side. Do not wonder if I have forgotten you, for my love surpasses all barriers and stands firm for eternity. Trust that I have seen your hopes, witnessed your struggles, and fully accepted all that you are, and I call you to step forward into my light with boldness. Believe in my everlasting devotion, for I will never abandon you, not even for a single heartbeat. I am the steadfast presence that shields you when you are afraid, the comforting voice that whispers peace into your mind when confusion threatens your rest, and the quiet companion who dries every hidden tear. Although you may sometimes imagine you are walking alone, I urge you to remember that my hand upholds you, gently guiding you so you do not stumble or lose your way in the darkest hours. My heart aches when I see you long for answers, and my spirit yearns to reassure you that each breath you take is a miracle of my devotion. Be still and reflect on how I have always sustained you, for my love never wavers. Do not fear stepping forward, for I have already gone before you, preparing every path you will tread. Today, I invite you into a deeper place of faith and trust, where you will discover that my grace flows like a mighty river, and my mercy falls like refreshing rain to renew your soul. Release your burdens, for I am your strength, I am your refuge, and I am your hope that lights the shadows you face. When doubt attempts to shroud your perspective, remind yourself that I am the one who breathed life into you, and I am the one who will uphold you with my righteous hand. Cling to me, for in my presence you will find healing, you will find courage, and you will uncover unshakable joy. Trust that this new day brings you closer to the fulfillment of the promises I have spoken over your life, and believe that with every step I smile upon you, taking delight in your sincere efforts to walk with me. You are more valuable than the most exquisite treasure, and I have placed within you a divine spark that testifies to my handiwork, for you were lovingly crafted and chosen by me with a distinct purpose. I see you as a radiant gem, shining through trials and steadfastly reflecting my love to a world that so desperately needs hope, and I rejoice every time your heart is turned toward my presence. Do not underestimate the beauty I have woven into your DNA, because each strand of your being speaks of my artistry, forming a poem of grace that echoes the majesty of my creation. You are not just a face in a crowd. You are a sacred design that I have cherished even before the foundations of the earth were set. Look at yourself through my eyes and see the worth I have assigned to you, for I call you my own. Open your heart to the realness of my love, for it surpasses human understanding and flows into every corner of your existence, and know that your uniqueness is a blessing I placed within you to bring my light into every place you go. Do not disregard those aspects of your character that you find odd or confusing, because I have planted them for a reason, intending that your individual gifts would touch others and lead them toward me. I celebrate your laughter, your tears, your moments of uncertain hope, and your deep desires to make sense of the journey you are on. You are not random. You are dear to my heart, and I take pleasure in calling you by name, reminding you that you are forever important in my kingdom. Carry within yourself the understanding that I find your life an endless source of joy, because you reflect my image in wondrous ways that even you do not fully comprehend. Each time you pause to feel the sun on your skin, reflect on how I placed the stars in the sky with the same intention I placed you on this earth, to illuminate darkness and radiate my glory. Indeed, I have smiled upon your existence, and I take pride in the moments you turn your gaze upward, seeking my presence. Never doubt the extent of your significance, because you were made to shine brightly amidst shadowed plains. When you question your path, remember I designed your steps with infinite care, weaving them into my perfect timing that far exceeds what you can imagine. You have a role that no one else can fulfill, a beauty that no one else can express, and a sound that resonates with my truth in a way only your soul can produce. Rest in the assurance that you were hand-picked, your heart fashioned to pulsate with compassion for those around you, and your mind crafted to reflect the heartbeat of my will. I declare you worthy, I declare you chosen, and I declare you treasured beyond measure. This is not mere sentiment, it is a divine fact. So hold your head high, not in pride, but in humble gratitude that I who formed the universe have called you my beloved and have entrusted you with an eternal purpose. I see every quiet act of kindness you show, every small moment of patience you offer, and every glimmer of hope you share with those around you. Each time you do, I rejoice, for I see my own reflection in you, and the heavens resound with praise for your willingness to let my love flow freely. You are never insignificant, for my spirit rests upon you, gently whispering my delight every time you choose to reflect my grace. Do not assume that your frailties or perceived shortcomings are a barrier to my plans. On the contrary, I delight in showing my strength through what the world deems weak or flawed. You can always come to me with your unpolished struggles, your raw uncertainties, and your bruised dreams, because I already know every facet of your heart. I have no desire for perfectionistic pride, for I cherish the heart that is willing to surrender, to yield to my gentle guidance. You are enough just as you are, and I will shape and refine you day by day. Therefore, take a moment to breathe in my acceptance, and know that my joy in you is not hinged on your accomplishments, but on my eternal love. My intention is for you to flourish like a vibrant garden, bursting with flowers in the morning sunlight, and I celebrate every petal of your growth. You may not see the fullness of what I have designed just yet, but trust that the seeds I've sown in you will bear fruit in the appointed season, because I am the master gardener. Your uniqueness is like a rare fragrance meant to bless the senses of those around you, so do not be afraid to let yourself bloom. Sometimes it takes patience, other times it takes courage, but I am with you, gently supplying every resource you need. Hold on to that promise, for I will not let my beloved creation wither. Come to me when you are uncertain about how special you truly are, and let me remind you through my spirit that you are cherished. I want you to understand deep in the core of your being that I danced with joy at the thought of your existence. The angels sang when I spoke your name into the tapestry of time, and no one can erase the worth I have imprinted upon your soul. Let this realization anchor you when doubts creep into your mind, and let it remind you that in my view, you are endlessly adored. Step forward with the awareness that I crown you with honor. You might compare yourself to others, thinking you don't measure up, but I want you to see that your gifts, your voice, and your heartbeat are a unique expression of my glory. There is no carbon copy of you. No one else can reflect my light the way you do. Instead of cradling regrets over what you're not, release your heart into the freedom of my acceptance, for I ordained your strengths and your weaknesses to be woven together in a masterpiece of redemptive grace. You do not have to strive to become someone else, for my affection for you is unconditional. I am enthralled by the exact person you are becoming, day by day. So stand, beloved soul, in the realization that you are cherished beyond comprehension, and let your life radiate the truth of your divine worth. Even when you question your role or wonder if you're making a difference, rest assured that each small gesture of love you offer to another is a testament to my presence shining through you. Let your heart pulsate with confidence, for I am the God who set the moon and stars in place, and I have declared you precious in my sight. Know this, and move forward in my assurance. I know the nights when you toss and turn, heavy with the weight of expectations and troubled by the unknown future, for I have seen each tear and felt each anxious heartbeat. You worry about your family, your finances, your health, or the conflicts that seem beyond your control, and you wonder if there is a safe place to rest your burdens. Yet I tell you today that you do not have to carry such loads alone, because I am your comfort in every midnight hour, the one who sees your silent cries when the world is fast asleep. You might try to distract yourself from your loneliness or drown out your fears with noise, but I am still there, patiently waiting to extend my peace into every troubled corner of your mind. Do not believe the lie that no one cares, because I care deeply for you, and I willingly hold your hand through every valley. Even when disappointment stings your hope, I remain the steadfast anchor that will not be shaken, and I invite you to rest in my sacred arms, free from shame or guilt. Trust me, for I have never turned away from your cries, nor have I grown weary of your pleas. Sometimes you may feel your faith shift under the weight of relentless storms that attempt to drown your optimism, but I remind you, do not let your circumstances define my power. Even if you cannot see a clear solution or a quick end, I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating answers you have yet to comprehend. Do not dwell on how formidable your challenges appear, but fix your gaze on me, the one who holds the entire universe in my hands. I ask you to remember the ancient stories of my faithfulness, how I fed the hungry in the desert and rescued the weary from oppression. I am still the same today. In those moments of despair, when you question if there will ever be relief, I urge you to cling to the truth of my love, which burns brightly like an eternal flame. It warms the deepest chill of the soul, lighting up the darkest corners of your pain, and it comforts your restless spirit with a calm assurance that you are seen and understood. Pour out your heart to me in prayer, even if your words are stammering or incomplete, for I care more about your trust than your eloquence. Release every doubt and tear, and watch as my presence surrounds you like a comforting cloak on a cold night. Listen closely. I have heard your deepest questions, the ones that plague you when everything else is silent, and I have not turned away. I am drawn to your brokenness, not repelled by it, and I hold your battered heart with gentle hands, never crushing the fragile parts of your hope. Place all your trembling fears in my care, and let me remind you that you are not fighting these battles alone. I am with you, forging a path of victory. Do not be disheartened if the victory seems slow, for my timing is perfect and my wisdom unsearchable. Could you imagine how I see those nights you spend wrestling with your thoughts, your regrets, and your longings for a better tomorrow? I stand beside you, whispering promises of new life, of renewed strength, and of blossoming hope, even when it feels as though the gloom of current trials overshadows it all. My child, do not lose your joy, for I have designed a brilliant sunrise that will push through the darkest dawn. I have plans that will far exceed your greatest expectations, for I am the God who transforms adversity into stepping stones. Your tears are never wasted, for I collect each one, treasuring the depth of your sorrow and turning it into fertile ground for future blessings. Wait patiently, knowing that your heartbreak is not an end, but the seedbed for abundant miracles. You may not see how it all ties together, but I assure you that every disappointment you face is an opportunity for my grace to shine in unexpected ways. That question that keeps you up at night, will things ever change? I answer with a resounding yes. Hold my hand and step forward with the knowledge that I am orchestrating a new chapter of healing. Do not compare your struggles to those of others, believing that you must handle everything on your own. Each child of mine walks a unique path, and I am personally present on every single one. Understand that my understanding of your burdens goes far deeper than mere observation. I literally feel your concerns, for my heart is entwined with yours. If you choose to surrender your anxieties, you will discover my comfort enveloping you like a loving friend, never judging and always ready to lift you from the pit of despair. Lean on this assurance: I am bigger than your trouble. In those moments when storms rage and it feels like you're drowning in responsibilities, do not forget that my Son walked on water and stilled the tempest with a word, demonstrating that nothing is too great for me to handle. If I can calm the raging seas, is there any doubt that I can calm the storms within your heart? Breathe in my peace, accept my strength, and watch your panic turn to praise. I am not far off. I am near, wrapping my arms around you and reminding you that the power that parted the Red Sea is at work in your life still. When you climb the mountain of trials and see no summit, remember that I am your ultimate guide, carrying you through the steepest inclines and giving you rest when exhaustion overcomes you. My dear one, do not be ashamed of your weakness. Instead, realize that your vulnerability invites my grace to flow more abundantly. In the measure that you humbly acknowledge your need for me, I will replenish you and fill your spirit with a fresh measure of courage. Trust in the footprints I leave before you, for they illuminate the narrow path you must follow, and I will not allow you to slip. Even now, while storms may appear to close in around you, keep your mind set on the unwavering promise that I will never leave your side. The illusions that attempt to sow hopelessness will crumble beneath the reality of my abiding presence. Take heart, for I am making ways out of no way, and I am opening doors you cannot yet perceive. Soon the gloom will break, and in that radiant morning light you will see how every trial refined your character and prepared you for greater things. Believe in that dawn, for I speak it into existence. Cling to this reminder: you do not need to fear the hardships that come your way, for I have overcome every obstacle on your behalf. I watch over your life with the same devotion that a shepherd offers to protect his beloved flock, searching for you if you wander, guiding you when you tremble, and holding you close when you feel abandoned. I know your personal heartbreak, and I draw near to mend the cracks in your soul. My presence infuses you with renewed vitality, even in the face of adversity. Rest in the knowledge that you are never alone. I am your shield, the strong defender who stands before you when accusations or threats attempt to undermine your sense of security. Just as a fortress provides refuge in the midst of a relentless storm, I encircle you with my mighty protection, ensuring that no force can truly destroy what I have declared mine. Even the fiercest onslaught cannot prevail against my promise to safeguard your life. Do not tremble at the thunder of the world's voices, for my voice is more powerful, speaking peace over every realm of chaos that dares to approach your threshold. Envision my presence as a grand castle, with walls so unassailable that no weapon can penetrate them, and I welcome you within its gates to find safety, warmth, and shelter. When fear knocks at your door, run to me, for I have made my dwelling place open to you day and night. You are free to enter my courts with confidence, resting in the security of my unwavering love. Let the thunder rumble outside. Inside my arms you will discover the unwavering fortress that stands for eternity, unwavering through every storm. I am your refuge in every storm you face, whether physical or emotional, seen or unseen. When the torrents of doubt rage around you, I am the calm center where your heart can find rest. My child, you do not have to stand unguarded in the tempest. Lean upon me, for I hold you close, like a mother eagle spreading her wings to shield her young from the tempestuous winds. Let my nearness bring you solace, for I am unyielding in my determination to protect you from devastation. In the darkest valley, I am the guiding light. In the harshest desert, I am the life-giving oasis. In the battlefield of daily struggles, I am the banner of victory that you carry forth. There is no corner of your existence that is outside my guard, and no adversary strong enough to wrest you from my hand. I have staked my claim on your soul, sealing it with my unbreakable love. Yes, there are adversities, but they are subject to my authority, and their roar is dwarfed by my endless power. You may not yet fully recognize how I have shielded you from certain outcomes that sought to bring harm or fear into your life. I intervene in ways both subtle and grand, orchestrating circumstances so that dangers are diverted and enemies are disarmed. Even when it seems like the world is caving in, I am working behind every moment to keep you from collapsing under the load. Let your spirit rest in this knowledge, letting go of anxiety that tries to make you forget my omnipotence. I stand guard day and night. Every tear you have shed has been seen, and I have positioned angels to ensure that you remain secure. My child, while you may face tribulations, I have promised that nothing can ultimately harm your soul when you abide in my protection. Do not doubt my ability to keep you safe from hidden snares and cunning ambushes that you do not even perceive. You are surrounded by my love, which is stronger than any snare. Therefore, refuse to let fear dominate your thoughts. Instead, embrace the peace that I consistently offer. I am the one who parts seas, calms storms, and silences roaring lions. Throughout the tapestry of history, my people have seen my mighty arm stretched out in moments of dire peril, and I continue to stretch that same arm on your behalf today. The same supernatural covering that protected the faithful in ages past now hovers over your life, enveloping you like a radiant shield. Stand firm in the face of adversity, remembering that my kingdom is unshakable and your soul is held securely in my grasp. There is no need for terror when you are under my wings. Let yourself become aware of my presence around you, even in this very moment. Do you sense my peace that surpasses human understanding? That is the sign that I am near, and no threat can withstand my covering. I will carry you through floods, and I will uphold you through fires, ensuring that the flames do not consume you. I protect those who take refuge in my name, for my name is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and are safe. Embrace this truth, for it shall not fail. Do not be intimidated by the illusions of darkness, because my light exposes and nullifies every treacherous scheme. I am the God who overcame the grave, rendering even the mightiest fear, death, powerless. If death itself has lost its sting for my beloved children, then what is there to dread? Confidently hold my hand, for I promise to dismantle every threat that tries to intrude upon your destiny. You have a future secure in my plans, and I protect that future with unwavering resolve. Right now, even as you read these words, I am opening new doors of protection, weaving solutions that are beyond your comprehension. There is an entire heavenly realm working tirelessly on your behalf, ensuring that you do not fall victim to unseen hazards. Though you may not perceive it at this instant, a tapestry of safeguarding is being meticulously arranged around you. Stand on this promise. I guard you as you step forward, guaranteeing that you will never be truly harmed. Let this knowledge bring joy to your spirit, for I am your shield forever. My precious one, do not hesitate to turn your heart toward me in prayer, for I am always listening, even to the faintest whisper of your soul. I delight in hearing you share your worries, questions, and triumphs, no matter how small or monumental they may seem. It is not the eloquence of your words that moves my heart, but the sincerity of your spirit, longing to connect with me. You have unlimited access to my throne of grace, and you need no complicated rituals to reach my presence. When anxiety tries to overwhelm your spirit, lift your voice to me, for I respond to the honest cries of my beloved ones. In the simplest language or even in silent tears, your prayers come before my throne like sweet incense. Talk to me about your joys, your frustrations, your regrets, and your dreams. Do not conceal anything, for I already know every detail, and I yearn for you to let down your guard, trusting my compassionate understanding. There is no burden too heavy, no fear too great, and no desire too subtle for my ear to ignore. Bring me the heartfelt cry of your heart, the anxieties about your loved ones, the fears about tomorrow, the sense of inadequacy that weighs on you. I welcome it all, embracing you with my boundless mercy and grace. Place them in my hands and watch me turn your heavy burdens into testimonies of my power. Even if you feel that you lack the right words to pray, do not hold back. Simply open your heart to me, and my spirit will intercede, translating the groanings you cannot articulate. Yes, my child, I see the fullness of your soul and respond with unwavering love. My invitation extends even when you feel unworthy or uncertain about your faith, for my arms remain open. The door to my presence is never barred, and my approval does not waver based on your performance. Through the gift of prayer, you position your heart in alignment with my will, allowing my grace to flow into your darkest corners. You do not have to dress up your emotions or censor your weaknesses. I value your authenticity. Let us meet in that sacred space where my unconditional acceptance merges with your raw honesty. Think of prayer as a lifeline that ties your spirit to my heart, spanning every gulf and bridging every moment of confusion. As you cultivate the habit of speaking to me, you will find a deep sense of belonging and relief that no human solution can replicate. Do not underestimate the power unleashed when you simply say, "Help me, Lord," because I move mountains in response to even the smallest pleas of a believing heart. Always remember, you never call out in vain. My ear is perpetually attuned to your voice. When you place your struggles into my hands, watch as your anxieties transform into stepping stones of spiritual fortitude. You release the burden of self-reliance and open the door for my miraculous interventions. The more you pour out your heart, the more you will recognize my guidance in daily circumstances. You might see me in the comforting words of a friend, the sudden solution to a lingering issue, or an unexplainable peace that descends upon you like a gentle dove. Keep praying, my child, and let your faith grow with each conversation we share. Call on me in times of temptation, and I will grant you the strength to turn away. Call on me in times of despair, and I will flood your life with renewed hope. Call on me when you are celebrating, and I will rejoice with you, for I take pleasure in your triumphs. You are never an inconvenience, for your prayers are dear to me, a sweet expression of your dependence and devotion. Know that I keep your requests in my heart, even when the answers seem delayed. My sense of timing is perfect. Speak my name in the stillness of early morning, and let my reassurance fill the day ahead. Whisper my name in the hush of midnight, and find that I watch over you even as you sleep. Let your life become a continual conversation with me, not confined to specific moments, but flowing freely through every breath and every step. I long to be the first one you turn to, the friend you trust more than any other. Communication with me is not a chore, but the delight of your soul, setting you free from the burdens that weigh you down. Your prayers are not empty words tossed into the void. Rather, they are seeds planted in the fertile ground of my love, guaranteed to produce a harvest of peace, guidance, and joy. Even if the harvest seems slow to bloom, do not lose heart, for I am the master of growth and will bring forth fruit in due time. The more you pray, the more you will realize that I am weaving a tapestry of miracles, transformations, and blessings in your life. You become a co-laborer with me, participating in the great mystery of my kingdom's expansion. As you persist in praying, I equip you with an unshakable fortitude, enabling you to face the uncertainties of life with confidence and a settled heart. You will walk through challenges with a steady spirit, because you know I am by your side. In prayer, you release your earthly perspective and embrace my heavenly viewpoint, gaining clarity in confusion, peace in turmoil, and determination in the face of adversity. Take comfort, my beloved, for my ears are always open, and my blessings are freely given to the humble. I have planned a future for you that sparkles with promise and abounds with blessings, even if present troubles try to convince you otherwise. My child, do not measure your future by what you see now. Set your eyes on the horizon of my infinite possibility, because I am the one who shapes destinies and breathes life into barren deserts. I have seeds of abundance ready to sprout in your life. Do not allow discouragement to take root. Instead, anchor yourself in my steadfast promise. There are still wonders yet to unfold. You might feel as though you're enduring unending trials, but take heart, for these trials are momentary compared to the eternal glory I have prepared for you. Do not lose hope, even when mountains of impossibilities loom before you, for my Spirit is at work in ways beyond your current comprehension. The parted sea, the manna in the wilderness, and the broken chains of captives throughout history reveal my power to shatter limitations. Do not doubt my capacity to do the same in your life. I am crafting a narrative of victory for you. Think about the many times you overcame obstacles that once felt insurmountable. Did I not hold your hand through those valleys, displaying my mercy and unwavering support? In the same way, I am ready to lead you into a future shaped by my favor. Although the present circumstances may appear grim, I invite you to envision the gardens that will flourish after the storm. Picture my brilliance shining over every hidden part of your life, nurturing the seeds of greatness that you carry. Dream freely, because my promises have no boundaries. I encourage you to step into tomorrow with unwavering faith, for I am molding your steps and guiding your journey toward blessings far richer than you can anticipate. Even in the seasons that seem to tear at your heart, I am quietly assembling a tapestry of triumph that will eventually reveal my loving hand. Though you may feel unprepared for the transitions ahead, I will equip you with resilience, wisdom, and grace to walk each mile with confidence. Your future is protected, your destiny is sealed by my intention, and your success is part of my plan. Allow optimism to rekindle within your soul, for I am not just the God of your past and present, I am the God of your future. The storms you weather today are shaping your spiritual muscles, building character, and teaching you lessons that will serve you well in the days ahead. Do not despise the trials, but see them as stepping stones that lead you closer to your calling. My grace is forging in you a testimony so profound that others will see my power through your life. Believe firmly. Tomorrow's sunrise will shine upon promises fulfilled. I will lift the burdens that weigh you down, transforming them into trophies of my grace. That lingering sense of unworthiness or guilt will dissolve in the light of my mercy, empowering you to stride forward unencumbered. You have my assurance that these tough seasons are not in vain. Each test paves the way for a glorious breakthrough. So do not faint under the heat of affliction. Remain steadfast, for my hand is at work, cultivating a better tomorrow. My love is the fertilizer that ensures your hope sprouts despite all odds. Embrace the future with confidence, for my blessings are not meager or conditional. I bless lavishly, pressing down, shaking together and running over, bestowing more than you can contain. Stand still and watch the deliverance that I will bring about, for I am faithful to complete the good work I started in you. Even the smallest efforts you make in my name will blossom into significant transformations that echo through eternity. Take courage, my child, for my storehouses overflow with gifts designated for you. I want you to be expectant, to anticipate my goodness each day like a child awaits the dawn of Christmas morning. Dare to believe in miraculous healings, surprising financial turnarounds, restored relationships, and personal breakthroughs that glorify my name. Let faith rise in your spirit, unimpeded by cynicism or past failures. I am not bound by your limitations, and there is nothing impossible for the God you serve. Step boldly into each new day, convinced that my power is at work in every inch of your destiny. With every passing day, you will witness my wonders if you keep your eyes open and your heart receptive. Notice the subtle changes in your life, the relationships that improve, the doors of opportunity that crack open, and the spark of renewed courage in your soul. These are signposts of my involvement, evidence that I have not abandoned you, and reminders that my promises are steadfast. Let your faith blossom, for soon you will discover a realm of blessings you never thought possible. I am the God of transformation and new beginnings. You have not reached the pinnacle of my plans. There is a deeper well of grace, love, and favor still to explore. Do not resign yourself to mediocrity when I have called you to flourishing abundance. Believe that I have prepared an overflowing cup for you, one that saturates your life with blessings and empowers you to overflow into the lives of others. Joy awaits you, and peace stands at the door of your heart, ready to flood your entire being. Do not hesitate. Open that door through faith and thanksgiving. When challenges persist, let your spirit be uplifted by the knowledge that I bring forth streams in the wasteland and let rivers flow in deserts. You might see only barren land, but my eyes behold an oasis in the making. Trust this truth, for your desert season is not permanent. I will transform your weeping into dancing and your sorrow into laughter, proclaiming my goodness through your testimony. Your future is bright, and I promise you, my child, that I will lead you from glory to glory, from strength to strength. I see your heart each time it trembles with uncertainty, and I recognize the silent prayers that you whisper when no one else is around. For you are a precious gem in my eternal hands, and I cherish you beyond all comprehension. You may wonder if I have truly heard your deepest desires, yet I assure you that I never fail to notice every hope stirring within your soul, and I have breathed life into each dream that ignites your spirit. So do not undervalue your worth, because I have formed you for a purpose as radiant as the sunlight that cracks through the dawn, and my love radiates over you with unending compassion. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I invite you to lay aside the burdens you carry, for I see how the weight of your responsibilities can press heavily upon your shoulders, and I recognize how often you feel like the demands of life overshadow your sense of hope. Let me remind you that your significance does not depend on your achievements or the applause of others, because I have already granted you immeasurable value. I parted the Red Sea for my children in Exodus, showing that no obstacle is too great for my power, and today I will do the same for you. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I know those days when the darkness of loneliness threatens to engulf you, even in a crowded room, and I see you questioning your place in the world, searching for a sign that you matter. Let my voice reverberate in your spirit, calling you a treasured child, molded by my hands from the beginning. When the weight of self-doubt pulls at your heart, remember how I breathed life into Adam in Genesis, shaping him with care and love. In the same way, I have placed my breath in you, and my presence envelops every piece of who you are. I bless you, walk forward in peace. My spirit rejoices each time you take a tentative step of faith, even when confusion prowls at your door, for I see your courage shining as brightly as a lantern in the darkest night. Let me gently remind you that I am never far, especially when you feel most uncertain. I walked with my people through the wilderness in Exodus, guiding them by a pillar of cloud and fire, and I remain the same God who guides you today. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. You are a precious reflection of my glory, intended to shine as a light amid the shadows, for there is no flaw, no fear, and no guilt that can overshadow my grace within you. I remember the moment you opened your heart to me, and I delight in every milestone you achieve as you draw closer to my presence. Think of how I carried Noah through tumultuous waves, sustaining him in the midst of the flood, and realize that I can calm your inner storms as well, if you let me. I watch over you in every breath you take. I acknowledge the heaviness you sometimes hide behind a smile, the quiet sigh you release at the end of a weary day, and the doubts you cannot quite silence, even with your best efforts. When you think you must bear it all alone, recall the promise from Psalms that says, "I am your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." Indeed, my arms are outstretched to steady you whenever your soul trembles, and my eyes never cease watching over each beat of your heart. Do not fear, for I protect you with my mighty arm. I hear the questions that echo in your mind, such as why certain doors remain closed, or why certain prayers appear unanswered, and I feel the ache in your spirit when it seems I am silent. Yet my ways are often beyond your human comprehension, and I am weaving a tapestry of grace that is far more beautiful than you can imagine. I delivered my people from slavery in Exodus at the right time, showing my faithfulness, and I will continue to do the same in your life. Let your heart rest, for I carry you through every storm. I never cease to see your tears, for they are like precious pearls in my sight, testifying to your sincere desires and the intensity of your yearnings. Even when you cry out in frustration or confusion, I remain close, holding your spirit within the palm of my love. As the psalmist once sang, I keep track of all your sorrows and collect your tears in my bottle. So do not believe for a moment that I overlook the pains you endure. Through these trials, your strength is refined, and I am forging new resilience in you. Trust in my promises, for they will never fail. I understand the struggle you face when guilt or regret lingers in your thoughts, threatening to label you unworthy of my affection. But my dear one, you must know that my mercy extends beyond every shortcoming or failure, for my grace is boundless as the ocean. Remember how I welcomed the repentant heart of David, despite his flaws, and crowned him with renewed purpose. I do the same for you, cleansing you completely when you come to me, honest and humble. I hold your hand, so move ahead with courage. I am the God who parted waters, shut the mouths of lions, and conquered death itself. Yet I am also the gentle whisper in the wind, the soft reassurance that caresses your spirit when you are at your most fragile. There is no journey so desolate that my light cannot pierce the darkness, no valley so deep that my compassion cannot find you, and no heartbreak too painful that I cannot mend. Open your heart to me in prayer, even if your words are halting, for I see beyond mere syllables. Rejoice, for my goodness pours out upon you. I call you to surrender the fears you hold on to with clenched fists, the anxieties that keep you awake at night, and every tormenting lie that tries to convince you of your insignificance. Seek me with the same persistence that Moses had when he asked, "Show me your glory, and see how I will reveal my presence even in your ordinary moments." Let these burdens roll from your shoulders onto mine, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I am not disappointed in your weaknesses, for I designed you with a complexity that allows for growth and transformation. Each challenge you face is an invitation to rely more on my grace. As the prophet Isaiah proclaimed, "Those who wait upon me shall renew their strength." So wait with expectation, trusting that I see all you cannot yet see. Remember how I guided Joseph through the twists and turns of betrayal and prison, preparing him for greater plans. Let me do the same in your life, shaping a bright destiny. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I value every act of kindness you show, from the smallest gesture of compassion to the greatest sacrifice you make on behalf of another. Even if these moments go unnoticed by the world, I record them with joy. You reflect my character each time you reach out to someone else in love, and such reflection is a powerful testimony of my presence in your life. I parted seas, halted raging rivers, and turned water into wine. But do not forget that my heart also rejoices in your hidden acts of tenderness. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. Let your heart breathe in the freedom that my grace provides, because I have not called you to live under condemnation or crippling shame. Recall how I wrote my law of love upon your heart, so that your life can mirror my compassion and reflect my forgiveness. There is no heavy chain from the past that my power cannot break, nor a prison of regret I cannot unlock. The cross is the ultimate reminder that you can be restored beyond measure. Let go of your burdens, for I redeemed you with a love stronger than death. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I see your hopes for the future, especially the ones you rarely dare to speak aloud, wondering if they are too grand or too foolish. My child, nothing is impossible with me, so do not limit what my power can accomplish through your life. Think of Abraham and Sarah, who believed for a promise despite impossible odds, receiving their blessing in the fullness of time. Like them, keep your eyes lifted to the horizon, expecting that I will unfold a plan that surpasses your finite understanding. I watch over you in every breath you take. Sometimes you feel you lack the strength to face the next hurdle, but I assure you that every ounce of might you need is found in me. When you dwell in my presence, I fill you with renewed vigor, like a wellspring that never runs dry. Even the Lord Jesus, while walking the earth, drew strength from the Father in prayer, and so I invite you to do the same. Rest in my arms, connect your spirit to my spirit, and watch how your weakness transforms into resilience. Do not fear, for I protect you with my mighty arm. Let me remind you that your life is part of a grand story I have been writing since the beginning of time. I formed the galaxies, set the sun and the moon in place, and orchestrated the events that shaped nations. Yet in all that vastness, I have never overlooked the intricate details of your existence. Every hair on your head is counted, and every sigh you take is known. If I faithfully guided my people through wilderness journeys, parted seas for them, and fed them with manna from heaven, I will surely guide you as well. Let your heart rest, for I carry you through every storm. I see how you at times wrestle with questions, trying to reconcile your experiences with the promise of my goodness. Understand that I remain constant, even when your emotions fluctuate. When the storms of confusion swirl, remember my words in the Gospel of John. I am the way, the truth, and the life. When you seek me with an open heart, you will find that my clarity surpasses your doubt, and my truth outlives every lie. Let your faith rise above what you currently see. Trust in my promises, for they will never fail. I call you to look with eyes of faith rather than eyes of fear, for every giant that towers before you is dwarfed by my mighty hand. Recall when David, a simple shepherd boy, overcame Goliath not by his own might, but by the confidence he placed in me. So too can you conquer the obstacles in your path through divine courage, trusting that my name is a strong tower. Let the echoes of that victory resonate in your spirit, reminding you that I am steadfast and unwavering. I hold your hand, so move ahead with courage. Whenever guilt attempts to speak louder than grace, recall the cross and its powerful testimony of my mercy. My son's sacrifice bridged every gap, erased every accusation, and drew you near to me with an unbreakable bond. The pages of Scripture, from Genesis to Revelation, speak of my relentless pursuit of your heart, and I long to see you thrive in my presence. Let no shadow of condemnation darken your joy, for I have robed you in garments of salvation. Rejoice, for my goodness pours out upon you. Be still and listen to my voice in moments of quiet reflection, for I often speak in gentle whispers rather than thunderous proclamations. I used a still small voice to reach Elijah, reminding him of my closeness and care. In your life, I want to whisper insights of peace, lead you to timely breakthroughs, and comfort you in your seasons of trial. If you quiet the noise of the world, you will discern my direction like an ever-present melody guiding your steps. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I have blessed you with spiritual gifts, personal talents, and a unique personality that intertwines for a divine purpose. Sometimes you may question whether these attributes truly matter, or if they can affect real change in this vast world. But know that I orchestrated every detail of your being for a reason. Like the many parts of a body, each one vital, your special contribution has a profound place in my kingdom plan. Think of my disciples, each distinct, yet each crucial to spreading the message of life. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Even in adversity, I am the rock that steadies your spirit, the fountain of living water that quenches your thirst for hope. When disappointment strikes and your dreams seem delayed, do not assume that I have forgotten or disregarded your heart's cry. My timing is often a mystery, yet it is perfect in bringing forth the best outcome for you. Consider the promise I made in the book of Jeremiah. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, and not to harm you. Remember that I do not break my word. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. I designed community for you, so do not be ashamed to lean on the companionship of others who share faith and love. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another, and my spirit is often manifested through the support and encouragement that my children offer one another. If you feel lonely, open your heart to fellowship, trusting that I move through honest conversation, heartfelt prayer, and quiet acts of kindness. You are never a burden. I rejoice when my people help carry each other's cares. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I also want you to know that your laughter and your joys matter to me, just as deeply as your tears and sorrows. I observe every genuine smile, every spontaneous giggle, and every moment you take delight in the wonders of creation. Let me remind you how even Jesus turned water into wine, celebrating life's small joys with those he loved. It pleases me when you find moments of rest, hobbies that refresh your soul, or friendships that bring lightness to your spirit. These are glimpses of the abundant life I desire for you. I watch over you in every breath you take. When you face temptation and the voice of compromise tries to lure you away from my truth, remember that I have provided a way of escape. You are not helpless in that moment, for my word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path, guiding you toward righteousness. I parted the Jordan River to let my people cross into new territory, illustrating that I can clear the hardest barriers in your life as well. Lean on my strength, and you will find the resolve to overcome. Do not fear, for I protect you with my mighty arm. You may at times feel worn, as though the trials of life have drained your energy and your sense of purpose. But in those moments, let my power infuse you with fresh enthusiasm, for I am the endless source of renewal. Think of the Psalms that proclaim how I restore your soul and lead you beside still waters. Let me carry you when you are weary, for my shoulders are strong enough to bear every weight that burdens you. Resist the temptation to do it all by your own efforts, and let my grace carry you where your strength wanes. Let your heart rest, for I carry you through every storm. Trust me not only with the grand arcs of your journey, but also in the smallest details of your daily life. From the rising of the sun to its setting, my presence hovers near you, longing to take part in your quiet reflections, your chores, your conversations. In the Gospel of John, you see how I dined with my beloved children, engaged in their daily routines and shared in their struggles. I do the same for you today. Invite me into every part of your existence, big and small. Trust in my promises, for they will never fail. I fill your spirit with the anticipation of a bright tomorrow, for I see the seeds of greatness that I planted within you, and I know the abundant harvest they will yield in due time. Continue to water those seeds with faith, hope, and love, for I have declared in my word that you shall reap if you do not give up. Think about how each miracle, each rescue, and each display of my favor often began with a small step of obedience from a willing heart. Let every day be your canvas of my grace. I hold your hand, so move ahead with courage. Never forget that you were made for eternal fellowship with me, that we might walk together in sweet communion, just as I walked with Adam in the cool of the day. I desire intimacy with you, a closeness that transforms your entire perspective, lifting you beyond the constraints of fear or limitation. My beloved child, I yearn for you to experience the fullness of my presence daily, as real as any tangible relationship you have on earth. Remember that the book of Revelation promises a day when we shall be face to face, and tears and pain shall be no more. Rejoice, for my goodness pours out upon you. Know this, my love for you is a constant, unwavering force that transcends every boundary of time or circumstance. I have loved you since before you were formed, and my affections for you have never wavered. No mistake you make, nor any failure you experience, can erase that love from my heart. It is like an endless river, abundant and flowing, ready to bring life and nourishment to your soul. I love you with an everlasting love, and I invite you to walk in that truth now and forever. I bless you, my beloved, and I bless your family, your endeavors, and every hopeful dream nestled in your heart. May you experience a surge of my peace that transcends all logic, a peace that stands guard over your heart through every season of life. I speak favor upon you, asking the heavens to open so that showers of blessing might pour over your household. Trust that I watch over your coming and going, that I number every hair on your head, and I will see you through the winding roads ahead. Walk forward, upheld by my infinite care. Be confident in each step, knowing that my spirit is alive within you, guiding you to discover fresh horizons of joy. Let the echoes of my promises reverberate in your soul and fortify you against doubt. No matter what you face, remember that my grace is sufficient, my power is limitless, and my devotion to you will stand for all eternity. You are never alone, because I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. And the very best, my dear child, is yet to come. Stand firm in the knowledge that my commitment to your well-being is irrevocable. You can lift your head and set your gaze on my faithfulness, embracing the truth that you are cherished beyond measure. With every sunrise, consider that my mercies are renewed, wiping away yesterday's regrets and preparing a new chapter of opportunities. My power stands ready to conquer any force that hinders your progress, and my kindness envelops you like a protective cloak. Therefore, hold on to hope. When you wake each morning, breathe in the assurance of my promises, letting them settle in the deepest parts of your being. Encourage your heart with my word, Draw near through prayer and wait expectantly for my miracles. Keep your faith aflame, nurtured by my unwavering grace and sustained by my presence. Truly, I declare, the best is yet to come, and I have written a magnificent destiny for you. Trust it, claim it, and embrace it with all your heart.